The Improbability Principle by David J. Hand is a book that explains why highly unlikely events happen more often than we expect. It argues that what we often perceive as extraordinary coincidences or rare occurrences are actually the inevitable results of fundamental statistical laws. Hand presents a framework of principles that make seemingly impossible events not just possible but almost guaranteed over time. One of the key ideas in the book is the law of inevitability, which states that in any large enough set of possibilities, some outcome must occur. This means that events that seem highly improbable are actually bound to happen given enough opportunities. For example, winning the lottery twice might seem like an impossible event, but with enough people playing for long enough, it becomes almost certain that someone will. The law of truly large numbers builds on this by explaining that when there are a vast number of opportunities for an event to happen, even extremely rare events will occur. This explains why people frequently encounter coincidences, such as thinking of an old friend and then receiving a message from them the same day. With billions of thoughts and interactions happening daily, such occurrences are not as rare as they seem. The law of selection highlights that we tend to focus only on certain outcomes after the fact, ignoring the many possibilities that did not happen. This selective attention skews our perception of probability. For example, in gambling or investing, people often remember their big wins and forget about their losses, making them think luck plays a larger role than it actually does. The law of the probability lever suggests that small changes in conditions can drastically increase the likelihood of an event occurring. For example, casinos slightly adjusting the rules of a game can shift the odds in their favor, making it almost certain that the house will win over time. This principle also applies to real-world events like airplane accidents, where a small error in judgment or weather conditions can lead to a disaster. The law of near enough states that if an outcome is close enough to what we were looking for, we consider it a match. This is why people believe in horoscopes or psychic predictions. They are often vague enough that something similar to what was predicted is likely to occur, making it seem accurate even when it's just chance. Together, these laws explain why seemingly impossible events, such as people surviving plane crashes, hitting jackpots multiple times, or experiencing uncanny coincidences, are actually predictable given the right conditions. The book emphasizes that human perception is flawed when it comes to understanding probability, often leading to superstitions, conspiracy theories, and misinterpretations of randomness. Hand also explores how these principles apply to financial markets, where traders believe they have a skill when, in reality, their successes may just be due to statistical inevitability. Many financial bubbles and crashes occur because people underestimate the role of chance and overestimate their own ability to predict outcomes. In science and medicine, the improbability principle explains why false positives in drug trials or scientific studies are common. When many experiments are conducted, some will show significant results purely due to chance, leading to misleading conclusions if not properly controlled for. Another major application of the improbability principle is in crime investigations and legal cases. Sometimes, DNA evidence, eyewitness accounts, or statistical correlations are mistakenly interpreted as conclusive proof when they may actually be the result of chance. This has led to wrongful convictions based on misunderstandings of probability. The book also warns about the psychological biases that make us misinterpret probabilities. Humans have a natural tendency to see patterns and meaning where none exist, which explains why people fall for gambling scams, lottery systems, and pseudoscientific claims. Recognizing these biases can help people make better decisions in their personal and professional lives. Ultimately, Hand argues that understanding probability correctly is essential in many fields, from economics to science to everyday decision-making. By applying the principles in the book, we can avoid being misled by coincidences and improbable-seeming events, making us better at interpreting randomness in the world. In conclusion, the improbability principle demystifies the apparent paradox of rare events occurring frequently. It shows that while individual improbable events are highly unlikely, given enough trials and a proper understanding of probability, they become inevitable. Recognizing this can help people make more rational decisions and avoid being fooled by randomness.